Hey guys, obviously I'm driving. You get to look at my ugly mug today, but I'm still on the trip going from New York, central New York, to Poolesville, Maryland. And last night I just ran out of steam and I started charging at a Tesla plug in just outside of Hershey. It was at a classic car auto museum. It was pretty cool. They had the charging stations right out there, and I slept in the car for a few hours. I slept a while, actually, 7 hours, and when I was done I still didn't have a full charge in both battery packs, but I shoved off about 6 o'clock. Right now it's 7:31. I'm heading to a fast charger in Maryland, and I kind of fucked up because I hit the button that opens the contactors here inside in the back of my car to connect both packs, and I turned it off to start the car just in case there's any issues with the car, and I forgot to turn it back on and close the contactors after I left. And so just maybe 30 miles ago, something like that, I noticed it and I was like, oh shit, and instinctually I just reached over and pushed it, and the car did not like that sudden rush of current, of course. So all my warning lights went on in the dash. I totally lost power. The car put itself into neutral, and so I had to pull over. Luckily it's empty highway, nothing going on, nobody's around. So I pull over and thinking, wow, I really fucked up this time. This isn't going to be good. So I immediately turned the button back off again. I didn't let it continue to push power after that happened and continue to balance. So I pull over and disconnected the 12-volt battery and just let it sit for a couple minutes. It really wasn't very long at all, and I reconnected it just to see what was going to happen. So the car on the dash, I had a power steering warning, I had check EV system warning, and those two kept flashing back and forth. I think it was just those two, and then of course it popped into neutral, and when I pulled over it actually wouldn't even let me turn the car off. I was hitting the power button and wouldn't let me do anything, so I had to disconnect the battery. So disconnected it. I know my stories kind of suck, but disconnect it and then reconnect it after a few minutes, and everything was fine. No warning lights, no issues. Definitely feel like dodged yet another bullet. Luckily, I think this car is just smart enough to make everything work, but kind of dumb with a lot of other things. Like that in a Tesla, or I've seen people add batteries to EV Leafs on YouTube, and they have all kinds of issues with the computer systems. They could brick the car, and thankfully, I mean, we don't have that. I don't have the exact voltage readings for each, because I do have an issue with the car loop connecting to the T-Rex pack. So I didn't have the voltage readings, but I think it was about 50 volts difference. So it looks like that's probably about the limit of what I can do, or what to balance these two packs. But I do have to cut it short because I gotta change and maybe get off soon. I'm really close on range. I just did a quick calculation, and I'm doing 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour with towing this 1,000-pound trailer. So that's actually better than I thought. Continue straight. Okay, looks like I'm doing okay then. I just had a pop-up for the GPS. Yeah, so 3.2 is pretty good. That's going to give me enough range to get there, but I don't have a whole lot to spare. It's just a little crazy that I've made this whole trip without even, not this whole trip, this little segment of the trip with just the onboard battery pack. But alright guys, that's it. Till next time.